Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. And welcome to this week's weekly energy boost. My name is Elisheva, and I am here with Eitan on this new moon of Sagittarius. We're leaving Scorpio behind, and we are delving into a deeper discussion about perception versus reality. This is a concept that not only in the confines of Kabbalah, but throughout history, philosophers have grappled with what is the difference and how is it possible that our perception can affect our reality. What is reality and the connection between the two? And we're excited to start this month off with literally shattering our perceptions about how we create the life that we live and how we can create a dramatically different version of the life we live, starting with this month. Weekly Energy Boost is a 7-day spiritual weather forecast where we provide our listeners with the most powerful and practical tools to navigate the coming 7 days through the teachings and tools of the wisdom of Kabbalah, and end up offering up in every episode tools and wisdom that you can use any week of the year, any year of your life. And because we're shifting into a dramatically different energy, it calls for a dramatically different discussion. We all know and we've experienced times of darkness. We spent quite a few hours in the last year of discussing how to face darkness, how to deal with challenges. And this is really a stepping stone from struggle to embracing. And I'm very excited to be here and to share this with you guys and to talk about it with Eitan. So Eitan, being that the energy of the month of Sagittarius, the month of Kislev, has this expansive energy, right? Being ruled by the planet Jupiter, the planet of spirituality, of innovation, of creativity. We're really set up in this month to have breakthroughs, most importantly in the way we think about things and we look at things. Whereas sometimes we get opportunities to have breakthroughs in different areas of our life and different aspects of our life. How can we use, or what's the foundation of this understanding that our perception of things is really what makes them what they are?
I think the first step is, let's ask, what is the true reality?
Right.
And when I'm talking about the true reality, the unfiltered reality. Not how I see it, not how you see it. Because we see reality through our mind, through our emotions, through our past experiences, which filtering what is. So let's start with what is. Kabbalistically, what is infinite light. What does it mean? Infinite blessing, infinite abundance, infinite life, immortality, infinite oneness, infinite love, infinite joy, infinite inspiration, infinite flow. So how come I don't experience it? Kabbalistically, we're saying what you experience is based off your vessel. What does it mean? If you have 1 gallon of water, and the only vehicle for you to drink the water is through 8 ounces cup that you have. That's the vessel. That's how much of water you can drink. The way we believe about reality and about ourselves and what's possible. The way we see ourselves, others, and situations. The way we feel about what's possible and what's not. It's the vessel which through we're able to relate with a fragment of reality. So first, to understand, it's part of our journey. We came from the unlimited experience of the light of the Creator, which called the endless dimension. And we chose to go through our journey to see life through a limited perception, limited vessel of reality. And all our journey in this world is how do I expand my vessel, allow myself to go through a process of creating limitless perception of reality, gradually in the way I see life, I see possibilities, I see myself, I see what I can do. So that's actually the process. How do we do it? And how? Let's start to do it. It's a journey for all of us, from limited to limitless. First, the way we believe about ourselves and life and possibilities, and then it affects our actions.
So, in other words, we come, or as a product of our upbringing, our culture, our, society, we have all these different components from which we get feedback about what is not only real, but what's important, right? I talk to so many people who say, I was raised to believe this, or I was raised to think that doing this is the most important thing. And then they reach a certain age and they realize that that's not in alignment with them. Meaning there's parts of our perception that are, for lack of a better way to describe it, forced on us. So we don't question those necessarily. And there's part of our perception that we choose, right? So I think that when, we teach in the first class of Kabbalah 1 that what we perceive of reality, it's funny, we say it's only 1% of the true reality. Science says it's even less, by the way. If I remember right, the human eye, forget about ears, which maybe are a more sensitive medium or sense, the human eye can only perceive something like 0.0035 of what information is available. That statistically or scientifically should show us that even what we can grasp about what's going on is such a sliver of what's actually there. And we always talk about how hindsight is 20/20, right? That 5 years later, 10 years later, you look back on a really difficult time and you say, well, I wouldn't change it for the world because it made me who I am today. What is it about our perception that prevents us from seeing the goodness now in what appears to be difficult or dark? And that's always something that I've asked. Like, if I believe that at the end it will be good, why can't it be good right now? Why can't I feel the goodness right now?
I think that's a struggle all of us going to, and that's the purpose of life, because we have two sides to us. We have unlimited soul. And what is our soul? It's the higher consciousness within us that it's limitless, that capable to be a channel, a conduit, to bring energies from above and to manifest it in an unlimited way down here. So just a little exercise. Think about it, everybody that is listening now. Think about something that you're proud of yourself that you're doing, or you're adding value. It can be small, it can be big, it can be being a parent, it can be helping people, it can be a talent that you're expressing. That if you go back 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, maybe some of you are too young, but you couldn't imagine it's possible that you can do it. If I would go many years ago to know that actually I'm able to actually be having the merit and the blessing to share wisdom of Kabbalah in a way to inspire people when I was 15 years old, I could never imagine. I would be frightened about this process. Actually, I was part of scouts. I remember in my time with 40 people. Out of the 40 people, only 2 people were afraid to be a teacher, and one of them is myself. At the age of 16, I remember. So you cannot, so where did it come from? This magical thing that you're already doing, which is only a fraction of the unlimited self, from our soul. And that's part of the journey of life. Because the Creator is unlimited. And any times we are fixed in limited beliefs and even limited goals. Every time you have even big goals and you are not realizing the big goals that you achieved or about to achieve are just stepping stone to go to your next level, you'll have sense of emptiness within you. Because we meant constantly to strive towards the next level and next level. And one of the rules is My next level is unknown.
How do we connect more to that reality though? Like I obviously, in doing what we do, in a way, it's easier for us to step into that. But for someone who is just starting up on their spiritual journey, what is can being more connected to the unlimited reality, what does that practice look like?
So what a tool that work for me based on the teachings is there's two types of desires that we have: survival or unlimited. So imagine you're going through a challenge. Painful challenge, can be small challenge. What is the natural reaction of our mind, of our body, of our logic? What is the natural desire? I want to fix that problem.
Relief.
Relief. What is relief? Survival. I can't stand pain. I want relief. Is that what you want your life to be? Relief from pain. Now everything is okay. And when this pain is relieved, do you really feel deep freedom? The answer is no. At the moment of pain, it feels when I love relief, I'll be a happy human being. You will not be, because your destiny is much bigger. So what I've learned for myself, every time I'm pressed to the wall, and I'm hearing the natural desire, relief, survival, feeling good again, I have this cold, feeling good again. I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling insecure. I'm feeling down. I'm feeling worried about the future. And I'm hearing this limited mind that tells me, why did I do this mistake? Could have been so much actually at peace right now. Then I'm saying, but is that what I want? I'm always hearing the words of the Rav Berg. Is that what life is about? Relief? Yes, that's what you're gonna get. Relief. That will be the essence of your life.
And temporary relief.
Exactly. So imagine during those times that you're pressed to the corner, there's a cosmic opening to access the greater possibilities. There's a window. Just by asking the Creator and being honest with the Creator, the limited part of me just want relief, but I know you want to give me much more, and I don't know what it is, but I do not want to settle for less. If it means a little difficult process because it gets me to major gifts in my life, I want it. Instead of having the vision of relief, open your mind and your heart to a vision of great dreams. The biggest dreams, which are beyond logic, are available to access. Imagine to download this new vessel in times that a limited part of you fighting for relief and survival.
Right. Rav Berg always used to say, when you have a toothache, let's say, and that your instinct is to say, where's the Tylenol? Where's the Advil? I just want to not be in pain right now. And the Rav would say, give me more. That's what we should say. And I always thought that that's kind of sadistic, like asking for more pain in the moment. That's not what the Rav was saying. The Rav was saying, I don't just want to shrink my vessel to desire just some relief, because I know in this moment that the universe is giving me the choice. Shrink your vessel to desire only a little peace, a little tranquility, a little comfort, or do I want to ask for it all right now? So the idea of give me more means give me it all, not just a little relief.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for me, a simple tool, for example, when I wake up in the morning, tired, and sometimes with a little sore throat, which is annoying beyond, yes. What?
People talk from living. It's very...
Yes. Yeah. So what is the natural tendency? Just relief. I don't want that. I want extra sleep. I want back my energy. Then I'm pausing and saying, this cosmic opening for a major day, miraculous day today. Please, Creator, I don't want that small vessel just to fix the pain that I'm experiencing right now. I want magic today. And I'm allowing myself to envision what potentially can be magic. But what do you mean based on what I see, based on what I feel? I have a problem, and the only thing that I'll call good is when those problem goes away. Really? That's what life really is about? That's what's possible? Actually, there's this famous story in the Torah about Jacob's ladder. You know, Jacob's ladder. So there's many spiritual interpretation for Jacob's ladder. So the bottom of the ladder, Kabbalistically, represent the present me, where I'm at today. And the top of the ladder represent elevation to my unlimited potential that I cannot envision. A lot of people think, envision the goal. I cannot envision, actually. So imagine, every time you're going through a moment of dark, uncertainty, fear, which the natural tendency is to settle for less and just to ask for relief, the Creator is handing you a ladder to climb. Ladder means to access greater glimpse of your potential. Darkness, ladder. You climb. How do I climb? You don't need to know. Shifting your mind and your attitude, not just mind, because it has to be combined of thoughts and feeling, trusting the next level, trusting the Creator, trusting the light. It's not just intellectual and thoughts, it's thoughts that translated also to energy of hope, energy of desire, energy of belief in the possibilities.
I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm thinking that we also do this shrinking of the vessel in very small and subtle ways, not just in the I'm dreaming big or I'm facing major chaos, but even, two people having a conversation. It can be, two people working together on a project. It can be a husband and wife, a couple of whatever. And you're listening to the other person and you're thinking, not going to work. Your vision is it's too out there, or it's not, how's that going to help? And I found myself in a conversation like this just a couple of days ago. And one of our colleagues was very excited about something. Let's say it was a recipe that I tried to cook and it didn't turn out so good. And now she's excited about the recipe. So I'm saying, we invested a lot of energy in that, and I'm not sure. And then I realized that my perception of how to get from here to there was one thing. And why would I want to stand in the way of whatever vision, or even sometimes it's not a vision, it's a sense of potential, a sense of growth, a sense of opportunity. And it's not always even tangible. It just is this almost craving to create or to access something new or different. And I realize in my own way, I'm trying to get her to settle for less, not to shoot so high, not to be so optimistic. I feel like we do this to ourselves. I got excited before, I invested my time and energy before. I'm not going to do that this time. That bitterness or cynicism sometimes sets in when we push towards something or make an effort towards something, and then reality shows us dead end, or reality shows us waste of time. And that's something that I personally love working on in my own journey, is that perception of waste of time. And the idea that even my effort and the energy that I'm putting in towards something, and this to me has a lot to do with my perception of what's possible, working on something, putting hours and hours into something that actually doesn't manifest and doesn't see the light of day. That energy isn't lost, even if that actual thing that in my perception was the goal or the target or we worked on many things over the years that it was exciting. And then it also, either it led to something else or it didn't actually move forward. To recognize that my energy and my attitude, like you said, it's not lost. Just because the fruit didn't grow on this tree doesn't mean that the energy won't manifest somewhere else. And I feel that shrinking of the vessel happens when we look back and we say, well, that didn't work that time. Or I tried with that person, there was nobody home. Or I made the effort to move I put the table over there once and it kept getting in the way. Don't put it there. But we have this sort of shrinking that happens from negative experience. And for whatever reason, we allow it to dictate the future.
Mm.
And I think one of the gifts that Sagittarians have is this kind of this ability to not see reality in any kind of structure or box, to really be excited about the opportunity actually to prove someone wrong. That I'm saying, we tried, I don't think it's going to work. The Sagittarian energy is actually looks at that statement and says, let's see. And that attitude of let's see, I don't know where I read it. I took it from a book at some point in my life. Let's see. It's so powerful because it means, I think I know, it's acknowledging I have experience, I have time, I have the hours in my life that there is value in that, but I'm also open. And I say to my kids all the time, they probably get so annoyed that I'm not giving them a yes or no answer, because the fact of the matter is that a lot of those the details that make up a life, they aren't set in stone. And you can make all the plans in the world, where am I going to go on vacation, or what this event is going to look like. You never know. And I feel like the ease and flexibility of let's see, or, who knows, or that openness, you really have to train your brain to think that way, to not slam the door, to not shut out the possibilities. And I think you can even practice it as you're watching the news or listening to someone else tell you, you're listening to your friend or your partner tell you about something, and you notice that you're kind of closing off from possibility or from potential. Remind yourself, let's see, so that you little by little take the experience and don't use it to close things off, but rather to open them up.
I love it. I take from what you said two powerful points for me. Number one, energy never disappear, not just outside, inside. We need to tell ourselves, my energy matter. If you put energy with the intention to create good, very simple, in a conversation, that you are 10 times with someone and didn't go anywhere, or in creative process, or in some project that can cancel, if your intention is to plant seeds of growth and light and good energy in the right direction towards the world, towards yourself, towards others, your energy matter. My energy matter. The best that we have in this world, that things don't appear in our expected time, because we live in the illusion of time and space, which makes our mind limited. So I heard this example of the Chinese bamboo tree that actually, when you plant the seed of the Chinese bamboo tree and you water and you expose it to sun, that's beautiful. After 1 year, nothing happened. 2 years, nothing happened. 3 years, nothing happened. 4 years, nothing happened. After 5 years, it takes 6 weeks for it to grow 80 feet. 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, from nothing, 80. So what does it mean? That's very often life. Thinking unlimited about energy you injected, about dreams, about shifted perception, doesn't matter. Cause and effect. That's what spiritual strength is about. Are you okay to maintain belief in the seed that you planted and the water that you injected and the good energy that you put unlimited without being disappointed you don't get it right away? So that's one point that I love. Second point that I love is other people. these psychological experiments that indicate when you believe in someone, it makes a difference. When you believe they can do it, there's actually experiment that people told the teacher, this student is genius. Please pay attention. And they did better than the entire class. Because she believed, she didn't speak with that. She believed they did because she believed this genius and it was not, it was average IQ, actually. So actually believing in the unlimited of someone helped them to blossom. Because at the end of the day, we all came from one soul. And while we're not here to be needy and dependent, but we are interdependent and we are affected by each other's energy. Actually, real love between two people. Parents to the children, children to the parents, marriage, true friendships, true is one of them. Real love means believing in the unlimitedness of the other person, even though they showed me wrong 10 times.
Yeah. I think that's, someone once said that it's only a waste of time if you believe it was a waste of time. Like you're the deciding. So what you said, exactly. Your intention was goodness. That energy, that allows the energy to contribute to something else, even if it's not the final outcome that you intended.
Exactly.
Love it. And I'm excited for us for this month, for the unlimited possibilities and the support that we have to shift our perception about what's true, what's important, what's necessary. And let's just say the possibilities are unlimited. Weekly Energy Boost is available on all podcast platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can follow us there for additional content to support you in living what we talk about every week. You can also go to weeklyenergyboost.com to search our archives, send us a message, read about the things that we think are important for our listeners to know about, and to support our podcast by donating. But always, the greatest support you can show is by sharing these episodes with people. The more people you share it with, the more light, the more limitlessness is in the world. And we'll see you next time on the Weekly Energy Boost.